Are we on? Are we on, Trev? Hello everyone and welcome to episode 7 of Beer Sweden TV. Today we're going to do a rather unusual show, a little bit shorter maybe than our normal shows, but I just wanted to talk about some beers that a lot of people tend to ignore. They tend to be a little bit underestimated. A little bit like maybe the Swedish national football team. These are beers that we all drink here in Sweden, but no one's talking about them, no one's writing about them. And beer, shall we say, experts like me and you, Trev, we don't really sort of mention them in public places. We tend to sort of disrespect them. And I'm really asking the question today, why do we do that? Today we've got two real Swedish classics. The first one is called Sofirio. It sounds very Italian, very suave, very sophisticated. It is Sweden's most sold beer, I think, since 2003. So more people drink this beer than any other type of beer in the Systembolaget here in Sweden. So I'm saying that if enough people are doing it, there must be something right about it. So that's the first beer that we're going to try. The second beer is another beautiful Swedish classic. This one's got a little bit more body to it. It's Stockholm's Festival 7.4, 7.2%. Again, a real Swedish classic. Now, we don't need any bottle openers here today, Trev. Trev's actually having a little bit of an episode behind the camera. We don't need any bottle openers today, Trevor. Oh no, we're going can only. It's an extremely high-class, super premium show. Now, the first beer is, let me just put that in front there, Trev, so that you can zoom in it. Sofirio, okay? I don't know if that's my Italian's entirely correct. Actually, it's not from Rome, it's not from Milan. Listen to this as it opens. Beautiful sound, you hear that? Let me pour this for you. Make sure you get a lot of sort of head action there because it releases a lot of the aromatics of this extremely premium lager. You can see, I can smell straight away a lot of the hoppy and malty notes coming through there. As I said, it's not sorry. Swirl. Give it a swirl. Definitely give it a swirl. You're learning, Trev. It's taken 7 episodes, but you're getting there. You've got to give it a swirl. But before I swirl it, before I try it, and believe you me, I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into this beer. As I said, it's not from Rome, it's not from Milan. Even though it does have an Italian sounding name, it's actually from Kopparbergs, which is a place in Sweden. They're quite famous for their ciders, but they have actually been producing this incredibly sophisticated beer for several years now. I can actually read on the can here, it says that it's a medal winner in the World Beer Cup. So this has cred, this has a little bit of street cred, this beer. And I can absolutely smell why. Let's give it a little bit of a whirl. Give it a whirl. Yes, and of course, there we are, straight away. Freshly baked bread. I can smell it. Not brown, but sort of white. Just rising in the oven. You know when you go into a house, you smell the smell of bread. You're getting that here. Beautifully inviting sort of smell. A bit of light fruit. Maybe a little bit of citrus there as well. Rose petals, I think, are coming through too. Very complex nose on this beer. Almost champagne-like. A bit of grape action there as well. Let's try it, shall we? Oh, delicious. I see why so many people buy this beer year in and year out. It really has got an amazing complexity. It's like it's layer after layer. You're getting a lot of sort of malty, almost sweet notes up front. Then you get this very long, sort of lingering, haunting sort of middle to it. Dry, hops kicking in at the end there, a nice little tingle. It's got great length. I can imagine this beer going well with a lot of types of Swedish food. Really is an excellent beer. Trev, ratings wise. Now I know a lot of people disrespect this beer, a lot of people mark it down. They think in some way it could be industrial, it could be sort of cheap. Well, it is cheap, absolutely. 10 crowns 90 for a can. But I tell you what, it tastes as though it could be at least 110 crowns a can. This, Trev, I'm going to stick my neck out now. I'm going to go against the tide and I'm going to say this is 4.5 out of 5, people. 4.5 out of 5. Excellent stuff. Now, if you want to trade up a little bit in terms of alcohol, and I know this is important for some people here in Sweden, then I would look no further than this beer. If you can zoom in here, it is Stockholm's Festival 7.2%. Now this stuff, obviously a very attractive picture of the Stockholm skyline there, just in case you were wondering what it was. Let's open it up. Stockholm I mitt hjärta, yes. Let's open this up. Trevor's doing a little sort of dance behind the camera. And pour the beer for you. And you can see, once again, we're getting that beautiful lager-like colour. It's almost like drizzled honey. Do you see that? Organic honey, I would actually say. Golden. It's almost got a very lustrous colour to it. Amazing stuff. Give it a swirl, Trev. Let's give it a swirl. Oh, now this one's slightly different. Definitely more alcohol notes to it. Sweeter. Obviously that's the additional 2.2% of alcohol there. But it's cleverly hidden. I wouldn't really know it was there. It's only because I've been doing this for a long time that I can pick it out. Citrusy, yeah, definitely. I think it's got a bit of an American vibe almost to it. Now this beer is from a brewery called Krönlians on the west coast of Sweden. Let's just try it, shall we, Trev? I can't wait, I've got to get stuck in. Oh, marzipan. Marzipan, lightly roasted almonds. It's got a little bit of Belgium stuff going on for me, a little bit of a sort of Belgium thing going on there. The end game in this beer is very, very Belgian, a bit yeasty, a bit funky. So nice esters coming through too. This is the sort of beer that I could drink all night long. Exceptional stuff. And once again, a beer that a lot of people disrespect and put down, but quite frankly I'm going to raise this one up. Now it's got that little bit extra, I think. Obviously it's got another couple of percent of alcohol in it, but that just gives it that little bit of kick to it that I really admire. So I'm going, do you know what, Trev? I'm going to have to say this is a first for Beer Sweden TV. I'm dishing out here today the first ever full score. This is a 5, Trev. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're high-fiving this beer. Festival 7,2, Beer Sweden TV's first ever 5. So there you have it. 2 beers that are incredibly underestimated beers here in Systembolaget, but don't let the bad press put you off. Go out and buy them. So that's it. We're going to come back soon with a very special episode with an extremely special guest who's been on the telly and he's coming here, right here, or maybe even here, tomorrow on Beer Sweden TV. So please remember to come back. But until then, cheers and beers.